Turning 40 is often marked with big celebrations and sometimes a touch of uncertainty. A new decade can bring new challenges, especially when it comes to keeping up the same energy levels we were used to some years ago. But what if there was a secret formula that could keep us just as active and energized even after crossing the big 40? That's right, and that's what I'm going to be revealing to you shortly. They are a combination of things that can make our 40s and beyond feel like our most dynamic years yet. But before we begin, I want you to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to never miss any of our videos. Now, to make things interesting and easy, I'll break this down into 4 main areas: physical, nutritional, mental, and emotional. Think of them as the 4 pillars that hold up our energy and activity after 40. Let's get into it right away. Number 1, the physical aspect. I know you've noticed that as we age, our bodies sometimes seem to be playing a few tricks on us. It's like nature deciding to introduce a new set of rules just when we thought we had it all figured out. Suddenly, running up the stairs feels slower, and that delicious dessert you enjoyed last night seems to stick to your waist more than it used to when you were younger. Why is that? Alright, let's try to understand what's going on. First, there's our metabolism. Think of it as the energetic engine that burns up calories and powers us with energy. When we're younger, this system works super fast, just like a racing car on the track. But as we grow older and wiser, our metabolism doesn't race as much. It starts to slow down, almost as if it's taking a relaxed stroll, which means it burns our food more slowly. Another thing is, our muscles are a bit like friends from our school days. If we don't spend time with them, meaning if we don't exercise, they start to change. Over time, they can get weaker or even smaller, especially as we age. It's like they're reminding us to stay active to keep them strong. Now, about our bones. As the years pass, they can get a touch more brittle or delicate. It's a natural part of getting older. But before you get too worried, there's more to the story. I've got some encouraging information to share that will make you look active and raise your energy level. One of the best things we can do for our bodies is regular exercise. It's almost like a secret ingredient that helps our bodies use food better and keeps our muscles strong. You don't have to be in the gym all day or run for miles. Just find a balance. Do things like lifting some weights for your muscles and add cardio exercises that get your heart pumping, like fast walking, dancing to your favorite songs at home, or riding a bike. Keeping our bodies flexible and balanced is important, especially as we grow older. Think about activities like yoga, tai chi, or Pilates as fun exercises that help you stretch and stay steady. They're especially useful for making sure we don't easily trip or lose balance. However, just as important as being active is getting proper rest. You know that refreshed feeling after a deep sleep? That's your body recharging, just like when we charge our phones. So while it's great to move and exercise, we also need to listen when our body tells us it's time to slow down and rest a bit. Number 2, the nutritional aspect. Have you ever thought about old sayings and realized they make a lot of sense? One of those sayings is, "You are what you eat." It's especially true when we talk about our energy levels and how good we feel. Basically, what we put on our plate can really affect our day. Let's take water, for example. We all know we need it, right? But it does more than just quench our thirst. Drinking enough water is like giving our bodies a boost. Imagine a plant that's drooping because it's thirsty. Once you water it, it perks right up. Our bodies are kind of like that. When we drink water throughout the day, we feel refreshed and more energetic. Now, about the food we eat. Imagine if our food were like a famous band. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are like the main members of that band. They make sure our body has the energy and strength it needs. But balance is key. If we eat too much of one thing and not enough of another, it's like the band playing off key. We need a mix of these foods to feel our best. But every band, no matter how great the lead singers, also has its essential supporting acts. These acts provide us with micronutrients and antioxidants. They might not always be in the limelight, but they play a crucial role in ensuring we feel our best. Vitamins, minerals, and other compounds are these supporting acts. You'll find them in abundance in fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Speaking of what we consume, it's important to mention processed foods. Yes, they can be incredibly tempting. I mean, who can resist the charm of chips or a sugary treat? However, think of them as low-quality fuel. It might get the job done temporarily, but in the long run, it doesn't have the same efficacy. It's kind of like filling a high-performance car with low-grade fuel. It'll run, sure, but not at its best. So, for the sake of feeling active and vibrant, it's wise to favor natural, whole foods more often. Number 3. The mental and emotional aspect. The power of our minds is something very special. It does more than just help us think and remember stuff. Our mind can also shape how we feel each day. Have you ever had one of those great days when everything seems to go perfectly, the sky seems extra blue, and even everyday chores feel fun? That's not just a lucky day. It's often because our mind is in a good place, full of positive thoughts. This positive mindset can turn regular days into really amazing ones. Just like we exercise our bodies by going to the gym or jogging, our minds need some exercise too. But don't worry, it's not about heavy brain tasks. It can be as easy as reading a good book that takes you to another place, or trying out a new hobby you've always thought about. Maybe it's painting pictures or learning a new song on an instrument. When we try new things, it's like giving our brain a fun workout. Plus, it makes everyday life more interesting. Life today can be really busy and loud, making our heads feel all cluttered. This is why things like meditation and mindfulness have become really important. They serve as a mini vacation for your mind, a quiet place to relax and refresh. Instead of being on a real beach, you're on a mental beach, giving your thoughts a break. Meditation helps clean out all those jumbled thoughts, making stress feel lighter. After a little mindfulness or meditation, it feels like waking up from a great nap. You're more focused, you feel more alive, and you can enjoy your day better. The truth is, we humans love company. Chatting with someone, telling stories, gossip, or just joking around feels good. It's not just for fun or to kill time. When we spend time with family, friends, or even meeting new people, it makes us feel all sorts of good feelings inside. Think about how you feel after a good laugh or a heart-to-heart talk. These moments don't just make us happy, they fill our day with energy and make everything feel a bit brighter. Common barriers and how to overcome them. Starting a new phase of life after turning 40 is like opening a new book. It's exciting, with lots of new things to look forward to. But just like in any story, there can be some tricky parts. Maybe your knee acts up from time to time, or your back feels a bit sore now and then. These things can make staying active seem tough. But don't worry. Think of them as little bumps in the road, not big walls blocking your way. If running feels too hard, you could try swimming, which is easier on the joints. Or maybe hop on a bike and feel the wind as you pedal. There are always ways to stay active and enjoy life. Now, I know one thing we all notice is how fast time seems to fly, especially with busy days full of work, family stuff, and all those everyday tasks. It might feel like there's no time for exercise, but here's a thought. Why not fit little bits of movement into our regular day? Like, what if you listen to your favorite podcast while taking a quick walk outside? Or during TV advertisements, instead of changing channels, you do some easy stretches. By adding these small moments of activity, you'll find you're moving a lot more than you thought, without needing to carve out big chunks of time. Motivation can be tricky. There are days when the couch seems way more inviting than exercise, but there's a little trick to help with that. Start small. Instead of thinking you need to work out for a long time, try just 10 minutes of walking or a quick exercise at home. You'd be surprised how often a little bit of activity makes you want to do more. And here's another tip. Doing stuff with a friend or a group makes it way more fun. When you have someone sharing the journey, staying active feels a lot easier and more enjoyable. Finally, the way we think about ourselves can make a big difference. Sometimes we might think things like, "I'm too old for this," or "I've never been good at sports." But it's good to remember that age is more about how we feel inside than the number. There are lots of people who started getting fit or trying new activities even after they turned 40. Their stories show us that no matter how old we are, it's never too late to start something new and feel better. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it has been helpful. If it has, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.